Good morning. I'm going to make some of our favorite bread substitute. It's a lentil tortilla recipe from my website that is not mine. I want to thank Aline Mikado Deerfield, my hero. She's the one that posted this, and I have become obsessed with it. So to get the full recipe, go to the website, and I've given her credit for it here. I want to thank her literally a million times and then repeat. But go to my website at thestarchlady.com, and you can also get to it through allwater.com, my main website page for my business, All Water and Health LLC. It's on the Food and Health page tab. But there's other stuff on the page too. You can, there's a shopping cart, of course, for the water systems we sell and things like that. There's a water health page. There's a blood health page you can get to by going to thebloodlady.com. Poop health. Yes, I said that out loud. I am yourpooplady.com. Urine health, theurinelady.com. Food health, which is thestarchlady.com. And then the Take 10 exercise for the whole body vibration. That 10 minutes is like an hour of Zumba. Absolutely incredible. We'll be doing a video on that here in the next day or two. Bra health, ourbralady.com. If you want the most comfortable, no wire bras on the face of the earth, this is your place to go. And of course, you can schedule an appointment for a phone or office consult there as well. Anyway, so let's get to the recipe. I'm going to go ahead and put this over here. Now I've got this fancy dancy tripod that the Giorgio couple showed us on Facebook. They're a great starch reference company, and if I don't drop it, get it in the right balance, I could drop it right into this mixture here. But what we're going to be making today is these tortillas. And I used an entire bag of red lentils. Now this is a 16-ounce bag. And if you'll notice, so much nutrition going on here. Just a quarter cup of dry is about 110 calories. And I'm going to try to estimate how many tortillas that will actually make. But I'm using the whole package, so all 16 ounces. Only 1 gram of fat per serving. And the carbohydrate is 22 and the fiber is 4. It also has 8 grams of protein. For those who are always wondering where us plant eaters get our protein, here's where we get it. Our green vegetables have it. Think about it. Spinach has more protein at 49% than beef does at only 20%. So, skip the animal and just eat what they ate, and you'll get to your protein much quicker and much healthier. So anyways, but this is what we're going to be using. Now, as you notice, 16 ounces of weight measurement is going to translate to exactly 2 cups in the blender when you put it there. And you'll notice this water is a little milky. So what we're going to do is you want to rinse those until it's clear. And so I'm just going to give it a little swirl here with the spoon to kind of move those around, get those washed up really good. I use the alkaline antioxidant water that we sell, my husband and I. We just got back from a lovely 6-week trip going to our clients all over the United States. It was so much fun. Took the train, took rental cars, and mostly the train. And we traveled about 9,000 miles in 6 weeks' time. Got to see all of our out-of-state clients except one. And we got to see all of our kids and grandkids except 2 grandchildren. So I was really excited about that. Business and pleasure. I mean, what more can you enjoy family with when you're out there doing your job? I mean, I just love seeing my kids. But, we're a military family, and our kids, some of them are in the military. And so they're scattered kind of everywhere. And those that are not in the military are still scattered everywhere. So anyway, so I'm going to rinse that out and come right back. Okay, I have rinsed these a couple of times until the water was clear. And the ratios of the water to lentils is really important. Just like you were making rice or oats or something like that, it's a 2-to-1 ratio. So since there was 2 cups of lentils, 16 ounces, you're going to want to have 4 cups of water to go with that. And this is a really important step, because if you put too much water, it becomes too thin, and then you got to get creative and add all kinds of weird stuff to make it perfect again. But you want to soak the water in the lentils in the water, and whatever it absorbs, that's what you're going to be using to blend as well. So you want to give it a good chance to absorb the water that you're going to use. You're not going to add any extra water. You're not going to take any water away. You're going to use the actual water that you soaked them in. So that's our next step. After that, we're going to be adding some spices to make it as savory or as sweet as we want them, and then cooking them on the flat griddle to make them into perfect tortillas. I like to toast vegan cheese on top of it in the air fryer or the toaster oven, make it like a little cheese pizza, or I can put toppings on it and make it an actual pizza with sauce and everything. I like sauce, veggie sauce, no cheese, unless it's the vegan cheese, of course. And that's a lovely way to have them. The toasted cheese tortillas, we're using them tonight to wrap our vegan hot dogs made out of marinated carrots that we showed a video previously about. Just scroll down and you'll find it. And we use it for sandwich bread. We use it just to stuff in our face. It's just great. Lots of fiber, as I mentioned before, lots of protein, just a really good addition. And because it's a whole food, it's just lentils, it's just water, it's just spices. It's like having a bowl of lentil soup without all the fuss and mush. You can just grab it and use it, and it's just wonderful. So, all right, we'll let this soak up for a few hours. In the past, I've always put the lentils in the soak overnight, thinking it took hours and hours and hours, but I'm noticing today and timing it a little bit better for this video, and they're already up in just the last few minutes, in about less than 30 minutes, up to the 4-cup mark. If you can see that here. Here's the 2-cup mark where we started, and they're already doubled in size. So there's only just a little bit left to go here. So I'm going to let it go for a little bit longer, but I wanted to make sure that you saw that it doesn't take forever to soak the lentils. You can make these actually quite quickly, but you do want to soak them a little bit so you get the water ratio correct. But we'll just see how much longer it goes, and we're timing it here. Okay, it's only been about an hour, maybe hour and a half, if even that. And this is almost full. There's just a little bit of water at the top. I mean, just barely up to here on the spoon. If you see that when it touches it like that, just barely touching. It's almost full. So this is the tiny amount of water that you're going to want to blend all together. But let's add some spices to that. I want some savory, delicious tortillas. Okay, I'm going to add first my favorite. Oh, I could just take a bath in rosemary. I have plants in my yard, but I'm going to use some of this dried and get it used up, and then we're going to dry some more and put them in the same jar. But my name is actually Rosemary. I go by Dr. Ro, which is a short nickname, but everybody calls me Rosemary for some reason because they think that's my name. But I answer. If it sounds like my name, it's close enough, right? So I'm going to pour quite a bit in here because I really like rosemary. So that's probably a good 2 to 3 tablespoons. So I'm going to throw it all in there. This is just my thing, and I want to use this jar over again to put some fresh dried rosemary that I'm going to make in my dehydrator. I'm going to add a little bit of garlic salt, and this is from the Redmond Real Salt. I love the Real Salt from Redmond, and it looks like this, but we're trying to do less salt in the tortillas because they're going to take on so much other flavor. So the garlic version, they also have a seasoned salt version. I'm going to use a good little scoop here. Let me find my handy dandy spoon. Where'd it go? Okay, I'm going to put a good tablespoon of that in there, the garlic salt. And get that to come out of there. It's a little bit dried up. That's interesting. I've been gone for a few weeks, so things are not quite the way they used to be. A little moisture issue, I guess. All right, and then we got some black pepper. I'm going to just sprinkle some in there nice and generous. And last but not least, I'm going to put some organic herbs and spice seasoning from Bragg's. I love